好，你们打坐，在听经的时候也跟着打坐。Okay, today we have many questions. Okay, now we start with what are the differences between samadhi, samatha, jhana, vipassana, right? To put it in more simple terms, samadhi is the one-pointedness of your mind. You can focus on one object intentionally, right? And is absorbed into the object. So in samadhi, or so-called samatha meditations, right? We have so-called momentary concentrations. Okay, how do we define a momentary concentrations, or what we call khanika samadhi? Like in this group of yogi, those who have reported their experiences during their meditations, for example, they encounter fear during their meditations, and some don't even encounter fear, but they just repeat puto, 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 and the mind sort of zoom, right? Going to a state of calmness, and the fear disappeared, right? Okay, and this is what we call khanika samadhi, khanika samadhi, or momentary concentrations. And the other kind of concentration is called threshold, upachara samadhi. Okay, upachara samadhi, your mind going to a state of concentration longer than the momentary. It can sustain there for quite some time. There will still be thoughts, but this thought got no influence over the awareness of the mind. This thought moment, right, is surfacing, and then it goes away. And then there will be nimitta. Even when you enter the samadhi, when you withdraw, there will be nimitta that surface up in our mind. Visions will occur. Sometimes it can be lights, cloud, bones, corpse, your own face, or all kinds of beings, or etc., etc. It varies from individuals, karma, the individuals encounter. There's no hard and fast rule in this kind of thing that's going to arise within you personally, right? And the third one is called appana samadhi. Appana samadhi is one-pointedness of the mind. That means when you enter this state of the samadhi, of concentration, there will be a complete stop. No thought at all, no thought moment. Very powerful. You enter. And the experience also varies. Some people like dropping from the hill, drop into a ravine, pop, like a sound, pop up inside your heart, a boom, and everything ceases. So in this kind of experiences in individual, there's no hard and fast rule. You don't say that, he happened, this meditator got this attainment, I also want. All right? It depends on your effort that you put in. This is very important. It's your effort. It's not you want or you don't want. Everybody want to be a sodapan, right? But did you put in your effort? No. So how to be? Right? You can't. So there will be the aspect of samadhi and samatha. This is classified under samatha. And for vipassana, right? Vipassana is got insight. A lot of people, they mistaken contemplation as insight. Yeah? When you talk about vipassana, vipassana means the insight meditation, the knowledge that arises upon your mind entering this kind of samadhi. There will be certain knowledge automatically that will arise. You know, maybe you have been so stressful, so painful in your life, and one day you meditate so hard and in the mind to the state of concentration, it stops. And after it stops, it comes up from concentration, there is this internal dialogue that will arise in you that, Yala, I suffer so much because of my own childishness. I suffer so much because of my own ignorance, arrogance. This type of knowledge will arise in you. And this is what we call insight. This is how a person will change. Or maybe you meditate, pop, hey, I'm going to stop drinking or smoking from today onward. Is it good? Good. Right? You know, you have some problem in life. Different people got different problems. And when your mind goes into the state of calmness, there will be a solutions that will pop out within your mind. Only you know, only you know, nobody know. You know what to do. But you know that already, and you put into practice. This is how you change. This is how a person change. This is what we call insight meditations, vipassana from samadhi or through contemplation. Because your mind is so free. A lot of people say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What you don't know what to do? You talk as though you're Arahant like that. You got a lot of things to do, no? So what are the things you should do? You contemplate using this calmness of your mind to do a research on your own body. That what has been explained for the past few days. Look at your hair. What are the characteristics of your hair? When it is born, look at the baby hair. So soft, so nice. And when it go aging, or we say grown up, it changes color, becomes rougher. So we got to contemplate on these changes of your body. And there's so many things to look around. 32 parts of the body, you know. Hair of the head, hair of the body, your nails, your teeth, the skin wrapping this body of ours, your flesh, your vein, your heart, your lung, your brain, your eye, your nose, your teeth, intestine, all this stuff, kidneys, your feces, your blood, your sweat, your urine, all these things. Personally, you have to read books, you know, using your own language. To have a self-dialogue, a self-contemplation, a self-research. Is this thing you call a person? Try to look at them. How do you call a person? What we call self-identity, myself, self, yourself. You put this thing into 32 parts in front of you. Which one belongs to you? Which one is under your control? You got so much thing to do to contemplate about your own body. You got so much thing to contemplate about worldly thing. Because you are worldly people, there are certain things in your life you need to contemplate. Contemplate. Contemplate using what? Using the Buddha's teaching. What we call the fourth noble truth. Life is suffering. The cause of suffering, the cessations of suffering. Cessation means the stopping of suffering or the solving of the suffering, and the way practice lead to the end of suffering. That we call the fourth noble truth. Everybody can apply that in your daily life. We have a problem. We have this mental stress. We have this problem. Right? There's a cause already. And what is the cause? We look for the cause. In your family problem, your company problem, your health problem. You got high blood pressure, you got all this problem. So how? You got to control your mouth, right? What thing goes in affect your body. So you control your mouth, you stop everything. So the cause of your problem, you got to look. You got a problem, look at the cause. What causes this problem? And find a way to solve this problem. So you go. You change your lifestyle, change the way you think, change the way you behave, change the way you talk. And you see how things changes gradually. Problem solved. This is in terms of worldly management of personal life. You can apply it anywhere. Dharma is not something that make life difficult for you. Dharma is something that make your life, relieve your life, open up the way how to solve your problem. A lot of people say after I practice Dharma already, become more and more like this and like that. I say, something wrong with your view, you know. You don't have a correct understanding on the Dharma, on the practice, the implication, how you apply it. You see, because you are lay, based on these four principles, the fourth noble truth, let me tell you, you put these four noble truths in any enterprise, any organizations, no problem. Problem solved. You can refine it. But I'm not going to touch on what problems. I'm just general talking about how we can solve problems using the principle of this truth. What the Buddha told us. You see? Stress. Why we say stress? Why we say dukkha, suffering? Because we have a problem we can't solve. Of course, it's going to be, this mental nagging within us. That's why we suffer. That's why we cannot, we keep doubting. We have all this doubt. So, how to solve the doubt? How to solve the doubt of being yourself? We keep to so much attachment. My body cannot sick, cannot grow old. Anything happen only, you get so distressed, so stressful, so much pain, so much worry. So by doing contemplation on the five khandhas, starting from your body, you start to look, scan the 32 parts, up and down, until you come to understanding, yeah, it's true. We can't bring it along. We are subject to birth, aging, illness, and death. And what we are doing here is just like, yeah, my mom, my dad bring me to this world, yeah, and I got to make good with what is available in front of me now. And because we are so fortunate to have engaged in this kind of retreat, we are upholding your dana, your sila, and your bhavana, the development of your mind state. And this is very beneficial. We are encouraging all these good deeds to upgrade your own personal integrity as a human being. Your integrity. This is very important. That's why when we talk about vipassana, insight, when you have a problem, after you meditate, you are able, you understand that, or you using mindfulness or breathing, and the mind calms down. And there's this inner voice that come and tell you, yala, this, yala, that. And then you watch it. And you watch it within your own mind. You jolly well know that, yeah, it's true. What is arising within me is very true. I'm going to change for the better. You see? Same kind of mind. But how come with the correct input of sila, with the correct input of mixing with the correct persons, good company that encourage you to do good, to encourage you to do what is skillful means in terms of dana, sila, bhavana, development for yourself. You see in yourself. And whereas people who doesn't mix around with people with integrity, people who are honest, people who are truthful, who are sincere, they will always live the life of hypocrisy within themselves. It's always very painful. They keep bluffing to themselves. They are not truthful. But if you're a person who practice, you know you can't afford to behave that way because the mind is against and it's very painful. Right? That's why we practice meditations to uphold the precept. We practice meditation to lessen our troubled mind so that all these wandering thoughts, this unwholesome thought, doesn't have the effect or influence over the mind. And we won't commit those unskillful, unwise action, speeches, or even think about it in no time to come. And this is how a person can upbring your practice in your spiritual life. Be it your lay or your monk, it's just a uniform for me, right? If you can uphold, your mind state will upgrade because of your persistent effort, keeping at it, because of your effort in inducing the practice of samadhi, concentration practice. And it is very good, very, very inspiring. Hearing the interview, I was, it's very good that people are reporting all these good things. That's why I got to cover this thing. And these people, they write this question. So I would like to share, right? And as for jhana, right? The fourth jhana is actually another labeling of samadhi. Vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. Same thing. When you say jhana, is also, you have different definitions, different labeling, but your mind state is the same person who's sitting here, the same person that do this mental application, the same person going to experience that different stage of mind that going to manifest when you put in that kind of input into your mind. Vitaka, vichara. For this one, I'm not going to touch too, too theoretical. All this book knowledge, we put it aside, hands-on. I always say hands-on. If something I think that reading book and come and ask this question, I'm not going to answer. How do we know we are in which stage? You should know you're in which stage. If you don't know, you're sleeping. How do you know? Well, you don't know you're taking food. You should know, right? Which stage? How to know you're in which stage? That means you haven't practiced enough. You still have doubt. Right? When you still have doubt, you need someone to coach you. Let me tell you. When you say that, how do we know we're in which stage? What stage you want? Can you work for it? Can you go for it? Are you in for it? You want to go which stage? I draw the program. Let's do it 6 hours. I think everybody will run away. Yeah. You want to do which stage? At least 6 hours. At least 6 hours, one shot. Go. I tell you, maybe myself or the monk only. How will run? I would advise is you do it so slowly. Go slowly. Go slowly. Because when you start the engine, when you got some result, then you will have the vigor, the sattha, the faith to do more. But of course, certain experience, when you have experience, you don't know who to talk to. And you might find that if I talk to these people, they may say that I'm crazy, which is right. But let me tell you, just the power of samadhi, the power of entering concentration, there's a lot of things, fantastic things will happen, let me tell you. And I've mentioned some of the things to you all, and it's true. It's happening. We're talking about real life engagement, real hands-on experience. We're not talking about something that someone say this, someone say that, or borrowing from someone. You do it. You do it. Right. Okay, you want to know which stage, huh? How do we know a person has attained Sotapanna? Sotapan is what we call 四果罗汉. That means this individual, when he has attained Sotapanna, you only come back 7 times. 7 times. Your birth, aging, illness, and death, reputation, the most 7 times only. Worth the investment, right? That's why you're here. Okay. A person who attains Sotapanna, first thing, he must be able, he must know. He cannot be thinking that I know. No. You must experience Samadhi. There's no doubt about the triple gem. No doubt. No doubt about the triple gem. No doubt about the fourth noble truth. No doubt about the everything is anicca, impermanent, dukkha, suffering, anatta. There's no self. No doubt. You can't say a self. You can't find a self in this body of ours. This self-identity, because you have been doing all this while contemplation of your body, and you cannot see something that's really permanent in yourself, because those 32 parts of the body that has been advised for you all to contemplate, they keep changing. You don't talk about body, okay, say something you like. Your house, the paint of your house, the door of your house, the utensil of your house. You see, when you buy so new, after you use, spoil. Then you got to throw. Is it impermanent? Yes. You look at external thing, trees, we'll be exposing to all these trees, this falling leaf, this thing that we experiencing through our eyes, contact, senses, what you see now, shift attention, you see other thing change again. Hear something, another sound, when your intention contact, your awareness contact other thing, changes again. Impermanent. And how your mind latch on to all these things deep inside of you and become an occupation inside your mind. I like it or I dislike it. See? Is it permanent? So why? And you got no doubt that about the triple gem, first thing, no doubt that everything there's a cause to what is happening. There's no such thing, heng, soy, no. Yeah? Everything you got to, there's a cause of the problem, stress, right? Stress, dukkha. Samudaya is the cause. We have a problem. What is the cause? Samudaya. What is the cause? And the cessations of the cause. And the way. In short, we say dana, sila, bhavana, or the noble eightfold path. In short, so what we are doing, we are working, everybody is working very hard or quite lazy towards this attainment of Sotapanna. You can't deny whether you like it or you don't like it. When you have reached, when you understand, you understand. When you don't understand, you don't understand. You read another 1,000 books from different authors. Even the Buddha comes in front of you, because this thing must arise within your mind. The understanding of the 5 khandhas starting from your body. Then you can kill the doubts of self-identity. There's no I. There's no I, the doubts. And attachment to rituals and riots, to practices. You do this, then you hang, do that, so this. No. You don't believe in that. You believe in I am the owner of my own action. Heir to my action, born of my action, related through my action, and live dependent on my action. Whatever I do, good or evil, I will bear this action. Full stop. Very fair. Very fair. Yeah. You want to know the characteristic of a Sotapanna? You must have this quality. You must have these full convictions. The faith, immovable faith in the Triple Gem, the conviction in the practice, the belief, the truth in the law of karma. We accept it. No unwavering trust, unwavering faith. You got no doubt, no doubt. I'm going to the next question. When your mind, what should I do to investigate if the mind is quiet, still with not much thought? I have touched that already, right? Investigation of the 32 parts of the body. During meditation, I experience the following sensation. The body vibrates. Warm feeling starting from my face, slowing the warmness move downward. Okay, the cause of these sensations is a symptom of the body and mind. Why I say that? Because of your focus, the power of this focus. The mind is very powerful. When you focus on something, on the bodily parts itself, especially, it will trigger energy, right? Just like concentration. For example, give you a very simple example is, for those people who doing mindfulness or breathing, you will find that after certain time of focusing on the tip of your nostril, you develop that kind of like heaviness and hardness, or sometimes like very tense, right? Why? Because of the focus. The focus is your mental focus. When your mind focus on any part of the body, it triggers the energy in that particular part of the body. In the biological term, in Qi Gong, we say Yi Dong, Qi Dong. That means the minute you send your mind focus into that part of the body, the Qi will also go there. Right? So, you have these tingly sensations, vibrations, vibrates your face and slowly move downward. The warmness moves downward. Right? It is the natural flow of the body. Natural flow, right? It might move from the face downwards. You can feel pass to your throat, to your chest, lower to the abdomen, and to a lower abdomen, pass to your back, and up to your spinal cord, all the way down the spinal cord in this one full cycle. It can happen. Well, in this way, you see, the definition of this breath, in the Taoist term, we call it 小周天 and 大周天. This one we are not interested, right? Because it cannot cure defilement at all. It cannot let you understand about you're going to die, aging, and then more attachment to this chi. And then they meditate, no chi already. Wow, cannot, man, no chi. You see? They become attached to this warmness, or so-called chi, right? So, let the natural phenomena manifest itself, and you are just like a witness. Be aware of it, that, oh, it happened this way. But if you want to induce, for example, there's certain discomfort in the body, you can spread this warmness to that part of the body that is discomfort, and you really can disperse the discomfort out from the body. Dear Ajahn, thank you for holding this retreat. To be very frank, I'm not the one who initiated this retreat. This retreat was initiated by our brother Stephen and his wife. I don't know her name yet. If not these two persons, because to me, I'm a monk. I cannot be so game peng ma, want to teach people, right? Monk must have monk or integrity. If people need me to help them, I'm willing to help. But you never come and ask me to go and conduct. I got nothing better to do or what? Meditate in my room better. But because we want to spread the words of the Buddha's teaching in terms of meditation, that's why we are here. We're here to assist, right? Here to assist. And as the question goes, as a lay person, it is very difficult for us to practice sense restraint. Quite true. As a serial practitioner, how do we manage our like and dislike? If you're serious, you can like and dislike. Just tell yourself, like and dislike is a phenomenal thought. But we don't take like, dislike as our marker. We take the Dhamma. We stay in between. Which one is moral? Which one is not moral? You see, when you take like and dislike, you're going to have problem. You're going to have problem when you want to solve problem. When you're, because this is just a mental thought. Like, dislike, you just watch it. You like, right? You like what thing? What you like? Nice feeling, nice figure, nice sound, nice food, nice encounter, everything nice, nice, nice. Of course you will like lah. You will dislike what? Ugly thing, smelly thing, right? A bad experience, discomfort. Who like discomfort? Nobody like. But we train ourselves to accept things as they are. Because we cannot control nature, right? We can't control this body from getting aging, getting sick. And to happen, all this kind of thing that's happening to us in our life, we cannot control. We can only control is what? Our thoughts, our speech, our action. We can control. The body, leave it. It's okay. We do our best. We have read so much article how to protect this body, how to beautify, how to make it healthy, but it still feels sick. What can I do? You have done your part. Accept the fact that this is karmic. I've done my best, send it to the doctor, this scan, that scan, and things still exist like that. What can you do? Just accept the fact that, well, this is karmic. You know? This is karmic. Who asked you to, the Buddha say, people with this kind of problem, lot of sickness, lot of pain, you have first precept killing or injuring beings. That is the cause. I myself always ache. I know what to do. So many lifetimes like a general killing. Still can become human being, not bad already. So like and dislike, remember, how do we manage? You manage in this way, using the Dhamma, not your like and dislike. Using Dhamma as your marker to measure like and dislike. But your like and dislike, example, when one needs to buy something, example, a bag. Do we choose the one that we like or we choose the one we don't like? You must be crazy. You must choose the one that you like, ma. How can you choose the one that you don't like? Yeah. For example, I take food. I also take the food that I like, right? But if the food is no good for my body, I won't take it. See? So this is wisdom already. You like it, I like it. Kentucky Fried Chicken, wow. McDonald's, wow. But, no, better don't. Afterward, internal heat, joy. Better don't take. Can see that, but don't touch. What to do? Human being can see, but don't touch. You see, this is what we manage. Like, don't like. You know, after taking this food, You sure to fall sick, sore throat, then after go and take medicine, go see doctor. What for? You know already. After take this food, this thing will happen. So many times already. So, self-restraint. This is the most difficult part for a human being. Self-restraint. Sometimes you say, I better don't take. Then like no handbrake, the hand go. You take, and then don't take. What? Internal warfare. Fight. I never take. This is our problem. This is our human problem. Self-restraint. Hey, that is back like that. No. You see? Sorry, I'm not humiliating. I'm talking. It's quite funny. When one needs to buy something, a bag, do we choose a bag that our mind like it very much, a mind that don't like? It's neutral and no strong liking for that. You plastic bag better. Before you buy a bag, you plastic bag. And for dislike, do we purposely do something that we dislike? This is nonsense. We don't do that. Hey, you are a human being. Why must you? You see, you practice Dhamma until you make people have doubt in you already. I read this thing, I say, wow. Then your family people might think, hey, my son or my daughter be cuckoo already. You see, how to follow her? Cannot. Right? You must act normally. Like this, like inside your heart. Not something you don't like, purposely go and buy. Buy for what you don't like. You buy something that you like and you need to use it. Buy, go ahead. Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is stopping you. Like for me, they buy for me certain thing. They never ask me, we keep my mouth shut. Because monks are not allowed to request. So quiet. Then they buy. Hey, Pante, want or not? Want or not? I keep quiet. Want or not? Want? I keep quiet. And when they buy, sometimes I don't want, but I know some monk they want. Okay, I receive it. Mine already, Okay, I give it to someone. They say, I thought you want that buy for you. I say, hey, you give me already, Don't pull a string behind. Attachment to giving. See? So you must react properly. When we practice Dhamma, we must have wisdom. Right? We must be wise enough, because you cannot practice and then you try to listen to talk and then say, we must do things to counter our defilement. When you like something purposely, that one is for monk, not for you. For monk, we need to do that. You want to sleep? No sleep. You want to eat? Don't eat. But can you do that? You can't do that. Your husband will say that, oh, you go cuckoo already. Your parent will be worried. No, hey, I think Buddhism something wrong. Are they blame me again. Cannot. You behave like a normal human being, please. Okay. When doing meditation, walking meditation, do we have to lift up slowly, leg push and put down? Okay? No comment. Because there are certain institutions that teaches that, and they have their reason behind. And if you are comfortable with that kind of training, by all beings, go ahead. And if that training can calm down your mind, why not? Right? Or is it just noble walking and reciting putto as we mindfully walk? Well, this is what we are doing. Putto. Okay? But we are not going to say the other method is wrong, because they find, the founder of this method found that it's very good for beginners. Right? And we come in contact later, people who can calm down the mind. We don't need that. We can walk properly. You see, like taking food. We might be taking the food very fast. Are they mindful now? But every mouthful bite we count it. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You count. You never count. I count 30,000 and swallow. No. You never count. See? So this sort of thing is individual. Right? what thing suits you, and you practice already, very good for you, please go ahead. Go ahead, because it suits your character, and you have this kind of inclination to that methods. And some people, they can't. They have the resistance. You tell them put toe. Already my mind so crowded, ask me to put toe. Right? Let me tell you why we want to use put toe. Put toe is what? Put toe is mindfulness. When you're aware of put toe, actually you are instilling mindfulness of your mind directly into the mind. If you don't use put toe, when you're doing mindfulness training, you will see that there's a lot of troubling thoughts. They're going to rob away your awareness, right? But if you use put toe to anchor in this present, you can see very clearly there's a tug of war within put toe and the thought that's streaming through your mind. That's why I use fast put toe, machine gun put toe. The effect is very fast. For those people who can go concentration very fast, put toe. You see, put toe. The frequency is like that, put toe. But your monkey thought how to attack. Cannot. Toe must be faster than this one. Your mindfulness lock down this trail of thought. And then you find yourself enter a state of concentration. We call it Kanika Samadhi. And then pop, monkey thought again. Everywhere we go, walking, sitting, whole day. Number 4th day only. My number 4th day. This is experience sharing. The mind going to full samadhi. Like jump down from the cliff like that. So happy like in the heaven. Just now in hell. Because why? The mind is so stressful. So stressful with all this. Your horrible thought, don't know from where. Accumulated thought, don't know. 108 direction they attack. You're aware. Awareness is there. But you don't know how to handle it. And then the mind, going to samadhi. All the thoughts, all the monkey thoughts subsided. No thought. And the mind experience the kind of calmness, the bliss. Wow. You come out, this whole world is so beautiful. Why? Because your mind rested. It's not sleeping, rested. Mindfully in the present, how it sink down and it withdraw out. So clearly you can see the stages, how this mind enter and withdraw back. And you have the full confidence in this training that, wow, if as a lay people I can experience this thing, part-time, last time is part-time, 3 hours a day. If I'm a monk, how will be best? Go. You see, the confidence grows, the faith also grows, the effort also increase. Subsequently, simultaneously launched like that by itself because of the faith and the right effort. It's very important in the practice. Okay? And it is not to start left leg, then right leg, or any such rule. No, you can go right, left, also no problem. Okay? There's no such thing as left leg first or right leg first. You just walk and you just incorporate along. If your left leg go, put toe. Just incorporate put toe with your motion of your feet, so as to ground your awareness in this present, so as to increase the mindfulness of your walking instead of letting this thought of past and present or this monkey thought that going to drag you away, to pay attention to what you have been thinking, lingering, bring you up externally. You're walking corpse, they're walking zombie. So we use putto or right, left, right, left, right, left. Same thing. For your information, when we were doing our 1,000 click from Thailand to Singapore that time, you know how I do? How I use our army training method. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, fast walking. Until I get the momentum, you got a feeling that you're floating because the feet is so painful, so hot. You need a very strong things that your mind incline, love it, and very easy to go on. Why? Kri. Yes, Malay word, but applicable for me during that time. Kri is left, Kara is right. So when you're army, we have this training, right? Kri, on you go. Because so hot, you must walk very fast, cannot run. But it look like running, but it can help you, and you find it. That's why I say, any method that can bring your mind back to the present peacefully, and later you induce contemplations into, the fourth noble truth, anicca, dukkha, anatta, the three characteristics, is fine, right? It's fine. This is a kind of hands-on method. We practice to solve our mental problem. We don't practice to please certain speaker to say that you are wrong. Who cares? If your mind, your great hatred delusion after practicing is lessening, happier, what's wrong? Are you going to care your neighbor who's going to tell you what to do with your house? Who give a damn? Right? No, don't care. What people they will talk, never mind. So long you practice, you never deny sila, samadhi, panya. Okay, you don't deny. We go in. You must have sila. You have samadhi. The precept you mustn't say. Don't have also cannot. Must have the precept. Sila, samadhi, panya. This is the call of the Buddha's teaching. You see, if a person don't have this thing, you're not practicing Buddhism at all. And the fourth noble truth, and the three characteristics, you must be, have the faith to accept this thing that it's true, it's very true. But if you contemplate your body, you can't deny. No matter how you will cry and say that this is very true. Wow, they're the same. There are people whom you want to be kind to and help them, but they become demanding and take things for granted. Should we still help them? There are people, they take things for granted. You have to see in what way and what kind of demand. This is very individual question. I cannot tell you that you don't help. Maybe you got certain grudges with him or her. They say you don't help. Ajahn can say don't help. Cannot. Should we still help them? You got to see, am I helping these people moving? You want to help someone, giving advice, helping them. Do these people want us to help or not? Are they willing to listen? Are they willing to listen to us? If they are not going to listen, then forget it. The Buddha say, you want to say something, you want to do something, or you want to do anything, that person, first thing, before you say, must be appropriate person. He's willing to listen. Appropriate time. Appropriate occasion. You see? For example, something that's very hurting or what. In front of so many people, you go and say this thing. You think he will listen to you, he will fight with you. And appropriate places. So this thing you got to take into kala thesa. Kala is the time. Thesa is the place. So you want to help someone, you must take this thing into consideration that will I say something and these people will listen to me or not? If not, I'm not going to say. For example, I'm not going to talk about soda pan. You don't talk about. If no one asks this question, I'm not going to talk. Right? But because there's a question, and okay, you want to know? Yeah, I can tell you. Can you do it? Yeah. Not like reading book and say, hi, I'm a soda pan. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I got this thing. Yeah, I understand already. But you look at the behavior. Doesn't tell you. So greedy, so much hatred, so jealous, full of jealousy, got no metta, talk, so easy to talk. Kaki kong, kaki song like that. You see? So you got to apply this Kalatesa for this question. And there are people being difficult, making things difficult for others, wherever they go. They quarrel with others. How do we let them be aware? What can these people do? Okay. Actually, these people, they make things difficult. These people, they suffer a lot because they cannot find happiness in themselves. Especially people who, people who always fear in almost everything in their life. Nothing is fulfilling. Always fear. Fear in the career, fear in the marriage, fear in blah, 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 blah. So, be song, fear also must make people fear also. So, when these people is inside a corporate, let me tell you, his subordinate suffer a lot. Because if you perform better, you die. Why? How can you be better than me? If you're better than me, then my boss will go for you, then I gone. No. So he chop you first. So they will be making difficult for you. So they quarrel because why? They're jealous. They make things difficult for you. So under this kind of circumstances, you should apply what? You should apply metta, loving kindness. Why? Because you love yourself. I don't want to be affected by this person. And it's silly to react to he or she, her, what she's doing, and be patient. Patient is the key word. ทนรุ่นเอท่านเตียวกิมตุน白人成精白人成精ทนรุ่นเอท่านเตียวกิมตุน the gold medal, right? And how do you let these people be aware? Same thing, you want them to be aware, you must look at the time, the place, occasion, and a lot of karmic link also sometimes. Sometimes if there's no karmic, even though you want to do something, you can't help because of her or his karma, right? And they are like that, they're forever not happy because they don't want to solve their internal problem. They always blame the whole world. He or she, this place no good because of what he say or what he do. That's why I'm like that. He never say that he's in the wrong. No. Always other people wrong. So if you see these people, before this guy come into the company or come to the circle, we are very peaceful. After this one come in, a lot of problem. This bloody fellow, he is a culprit. Why? Because these people all, you can look at their background, always change job. Always change job. They cannot stay in the place for long. 2 months, 3 months, no good, change. No good, change. They want to find the good, but no patience. So forever changing and forever fault finding. That's why they make things very difficult. After I'm changing, got a little see? And then those poor chaps inside there, because this fellow coming in 2 months only, you'll go chaotic, a lot of misunderstanding. That's why people with this kind of mentality, we call it abaya. These people harbor a lot of ill will, a lot of bad thoughts in them. And it's very, very painful for them. And they don't know. They thought song because they have fear in their life. So they don't want to see other people's success. They want to see other people grow. And this is very bad attitude, let me tell you. So you want to say, let them be aware. Well, what can these people do? I use one word, pang se. Pang se is ubeka. After all, you can't help them. They are the old owner of their own karma. They don't listen to you. What can you do? Pray to them. Leave them alone. Yeah, for me, I'm very clear cut. I say, oh, sorry, no time. Leave them alone. But there are occasions. I come across certain people in the office, and the superior make things very difficult for him. Indirectly, like is forcing this guy to resign, using all kind of things to make this guy to resign. So this gentleman sort of being pressurized, very stressful, and almost mentally breakdown. So he came and consult me and say, you don't worry, you just practice the power of patience, spread a lot of thoughts of goodwill, and he said, okay, hands on. He hang on, and said, wow, 被打喊到笑了. And he tendered the resignation letter. So I said, no, you spread thoughts of goodwill to that fellow who always pick on you, for finding. And true enough, the boss came in, stepped into the department. You see, if you practice goodness will protect you. And because he always practiced patience, practiced loving kindness, and still he's being bullied. But at the weak time when he tendered a resignation, the boss, hey, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, boss, I can't take it anymore. And he stepped in. Hey, why this thing happen like that? And this he or she who tried to fight for this guy, chicken out. Oh, it's a misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding. Then he said that. And later, he kind of apologized. So I told this man, I said, you go and talk to him or her that, look here, we are all in this society earning a livelihood. You don't have to do to a fellow human being this way. It's very cruel. Yeah, you might find it very, very, they say, satisfied to win because of your authority. But you're committing a very sinful action. They're going to let someone lose the job and the whole family will suffer. I say, you talk to he or she first. I want to see her consign, whether she can, wake up her idea or she's still so cruel. And true enough, she paiseh. You see, human beings are like that. When you point out, you put them to put into your shoe, then they will know. Because when they are overtaken by the greed, the anger, I say, you must have said something that triggered this thing. Like, yeah, because the planning is no good. So I got to, they say, any views from the floor? I put in my view and she take the correction from that day. Say, yeah, stupid boss. I say, because if your view is good, they should implement. If they sabo you, that's why. Because this guy is using, the fourth noble truth that, okay, there's a problem, how to solve the problem. And these people sitting up there, they don't like that. They something like, hey, this is not your scope of job, You want to intrude this line, I fire you. So this is why in this corporate world, we find it so hard to improve. Because of this red tape, there's no free play. That's why it's very hard to develop in this corporate world. It's very painful to be in this corporate world. Right? That's why I say, any human beings in your status that the individual is holding, if that greed, hatred, delusion takes place or trigger you through eye, nose, ears, and speech, when it manifests, you do a lot of silly things. You see? But if you have this restraint, if you have this kind of practices, loving kindness, compassion, consideration for other people, I think you will create a kind of good atmosphere within your team, within your family members, within, slowly this thing will spread out as a form of educations. And it can benefit from small group of people and expand. This is how education comes in. We're educating the mind. We're not educating how to earn more money. They are very good at that. But they are very lacking in what we call moral aspect. This is very lacking in our society now. Very lacking. You see? So I hope that this kind of training, after you have learned, listened, and put into practice, right? You are one of the ones that going to, spread the things. That this is good for us human existence in this world. We need kindness, we need compassion, we need, to incorporate these things in our daily life. No point learning Dhamma and then you more and more naive, more and more inconsiderate, more and more intolerable, can't reason things out, always want to win, cannot lose. Sometimes that giving in will pacify the tension you give in. Your bone don't break, your skin won't feel painful. It's okay, let her or she win. Just to maintain the harmony of the group. Remember, give and take. One side pull, one side let go. Pull, two sides pull, you break the ropes. So this is how we can practice, apply it in our human existence. We live in a society with so many kind of people around. We got to practice this kind of principle in our society. If not, you'll be burning, let me tell you. Yeah. So I think that will be enough for tonight.